Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Recently, the Anderson House Frontier Soup Company reached out to me and sent me a few of their soup mixes to try. They sent me 2 each of 3 different varieties of soups, and they're absolutely delicious. I did a review on the enchilada soup mix and several ways to make meals in a bag and have prepper pantry shelf meals, things that are ready to go in your prepper pantry. In case you want to pull a meal out of your pantry and don't have to think about it, you can already put it together. I recently made the Frontier Soup coconut curry soup mix, and it is absolutely delicious also. So today I thought I would give you some shelf meal in a bag, prepper pantry menu ideas so that you could have some of these soup mixes in your prepper pantry with some shelf stable ingredients, and then you could even store them all together in a Ziploc bag. When you want to make a meal, you can pull out a bag and put it together without having to worry about, do I have the right ingredients? And is it going to be too complicated? And it's not, because it's all going to be right in the bag. Depending on the ingredients, cook them for 30 or 40 minutes and you have a whole complete, huge, big, filling, delicious meal. If you've looked at some of the emergency meals that you can buy, they cost quite a bit more than this and they don't taste anywhere near as good. And they're frankly not anywhere near as filling. They don't have as many delicious flavors. They don't have as many calories. And they don't have as many real servings, real filling servings, that if you needed a big meal in a time of emergency, that you could actually pull some of these out and they're going to go a long way toward being a delicious meal anytime. Whether it's just a normal family night or in some kind of an emergency, it's good to have some extra food on hand. Let me show you some different meal in a bag ideas that you could make with this coconut curry soup mix. There's even a vegan option. The nice thing to know about the Frontier soups is they're gluten-free, there's nothing artificial, there's no added salt, and you can add several different things into it to make it suit your taste, your needs. And you can read on the back that the ingredients are all things that we're familiar with, or things we can pronounce because they're natural and they're good for us. So let's go ahead and look at some of the options that I put together for meal ideas for the coconut curry soup mix from Frontier Soups. You need chicken broth, chicken, and coconut milk. If you use a can of chicken, you can gather these ingredients together and store them in your prepper pantry, and you have a shelf meal, a meal in a bag, a pantry meal that you could just reach in and grab out the ingredients. And then if you're in a hurry or there's some kind of an emergency, it doesn't matter. You can pull this out and prepare dinner. You just need to have a way to heat it up, and you need to remember that you have to include water. I like to store these away. I use the bouillon powder, and then I need to remember to include 4 cups of water. If you're using a can or carton of broth, you can have that available too. What's a vegan option for the coconut curry soup mix? Instead of meat, add a can of garbanzo beans or chickpeas. Use vegetable broth instead of chicken bouillon. 2 cans of coconut milk. Looking to spice up your coconut curry soup mix? Use 1 package of the Frontier Soup coconut curry soup mix, 4 cups of chicken broth, 1 can of chicken, 1 can of coconut milk, and maybe you want to choose the light coconut milk. Spice it up with a can of diced green chilies. Could we make it into a coconut curry with fish? Yes. We could have the chicken broth, a can of crab meat, maybe a can of shrimp, maybe even you have some halibut in the freezer. Then add the coconut milk and even green chilies if you want to spice it up. If you're going to use halibut, thaw it first, then chunk it up, put it in only the last few minutes. Halibut is the very delicate white fish, and you never want to overcook it, because then it isn't going to be that delicate, flaky white fish anymore. You can go on the website at Frontier Soups, and they have an amazing variety of soups. There's all different types and flavors. They're all pretty unique, they're simple to make, and they're delicious from what I've tried so far. And you can look over all of the different varieties, and if you decide to order some, you can use Alaska Granny 10 coupon code and get 10% off your order. These are really delicious, so go ahead and try them at a bargain price if you have the opportunity. Leave it in the comments below. Which ones have you tried? What did you combine with the soup mix that made it to suit your taste that you thought was extra delicious? Maybe we'd like to try that too. I hope you'll like my video, share my video, and please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.